Hey everyone, FPS Chazza here. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Battle. The group is closing in on us. They're getting in pretty quick. We got pings coming our way. I'm kind of trying to head away from the group. Maybe I should I wanted to try and get, right under here, but they're starting to get close in enough where like broadside, or my broadside perspective, if my ship is facing like this way, I don't want them to see too much of that because it does increase your active signature. And I am moving 7 knots right now. I was wondering why the conformal was looking a little washy. They're still decently far off. I'm fairly certain they do not hear me at this point. But who knows? At a certain point I'm just going to have to slow down and turn to be their course, so I try and reduce those broadside effects. Yeah, I don't know if I might be able to see something at this point, potentially. It might be worth a shot, I don't know. I'm still trying to, I wish I could like do some predictive stuff. I could be like, okay, where's this going to be in 10 minutes? Where am I going to be in that? I guess I could manually or something like that. So I'll be probably about a nautical mile away. Well, I don't know. In an hour, I'd be about... Let's see, what is my course? Course is 304. If I maintain course and speed in an hour, I'm there. If they maintain course and speed in an hour, they are there. Okay, so be something like this. So I think I do have enough time to just keep going this way, and then eventually I can just turn that way. I think that could be reasonable. I might actually come back a little bit more just to try and get that done a little more quickly here. Let's go up to periscope depth and see what we can't see. Set depth, go to periscope depth.
016 meters. Depth control I.
I'm not sure if I can have the periscope out at this speed without losing it, but we will find out. I want to see if I can't figure out what I'm looking at here. Okay, this is Sierra 4. This looks like this could use some adjusting. A wee little bit of adjusting, like right there. So that probably changed its position by like 100 yards or something like that, if that. But it looked like it did need some adjusting. But that looks to be pretty solid. I don't think I'm getting pings from that guy. I think I'm getting pings from something else. Sierra 4, that's bearing 050. Where are these pings coming from? Oh, I'm seeing a lot more stuff. That's just very, very weak signal strength. Frequency 18,000 hertz. That has to be a dipping sonar. Trying to see if I... Okay, there's that. Okay, that's 051. That could be that contact. That could be the same thing. Hard to tell for certain. There's another one. There's what I assume is a dipping sonar. I didn't hear that. It's too faint. There was something else that was more this way. What was that? Yeah, even though it's signal strength, it was getting up to 6 there. That's okay. That's a surface set. I'm just not hearing that one at all. That's a really distant surface set there. Okay, but yeah, we're coming up to depth here. And this, I might be hearing pings from that. I marked a Sierra 7. We can get a solution up for this guy as well. Let's see. I'm not I can use the course from this one to just, make sure I'm looking at the correct thing here. Just because I don't have enough data to really say what it would be for. So holding that. And then bringing this in gives you something about right here. Yeah, right about here. Right around here. Okay, so we got ourselves a decent spread of ships here. Assuming they all have this like 243 course or something like that. What's Sierra 5 up to? Sierra 5. Okay, this is a pinger one. Yeah, that same course of 243, we can do the same thing here as well. Nope, not there. Goes something like this. Okay, so that would tell me that those are the same contact. That's what that would tell me. So I don't really want to be too close to that guy. If that's the case, then I don't want to be too close to that guy. I don't want him running over me with pings. I would like to try and be inside this little gap here. I'm not sure if that's doable without making too much noise. We'll have to see. Okay, got the 65 centimeters, tons of 5365Ks loaded up. We're in a position to wreak some havoc here. I'm not sure who we're hearing coming up first, because I know the briefing said something about wanting us to get Ticons out of here. Okay, that's most clearly not a Los Angeles. There was just a frequency up here. We're getting close to the surface, so we might be losing acuity in that surface clutter there. Because we were seeing some second frequencies on that, but I want to see if I can't see anything, because supposedly they're getting in range. This is definitely one and the same as what this is supposed to be here. There's no reason for them to be that close. Okay. Let's see if he just tells me to lower this right away or not. I think 7 knots should still be good. I don't think 7 knots should be too crazy. Might as well get these up as well.
Senior watch, I extend the radio antenna.
We're not going to be here for too long, so we want 050. Day is starting to break. That is something right there. Look at that. There you go. That is ship. I think I'm seeing the first ship there. I think I just went over it. Yeah, there it is right there. Might show up a little bit better on the visual. Oh, they got the sun behind them. Okay. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing right now. Okay, so we can go ahead and just zoom this out and just lower it. There was an ESM on the periscope. Arleigh Burke, so we're seeing a Burke, it looks like. So that's the first one coming in. He's emitting radar, he's emitting sonar, he's making a lot of noise.
Retract the antenna.
Or he's making his presence known.
Retract the electronics mast. Senior watch, I.
Okay. If I were to go do perpendicular, in an hour I would be I could get up here in about 40 minutes, and in 40 minutes they would be here. So I think that's something I could muster if I went 10 knots. It's really pushing it. They're going to be really close. They're going to be really close. I guess I could potentially... Oh, here, we'll do this. We'll head 10 knots over this way. A little more sideways, and that way, that should be... I think that could be better. So we'll come back this way.
Left, steer course
We're going to go back down to 176.
Steering A.
And we're going to go to 10 knots.
Go to depth
Until we get in here.
6 meters. Depth control.
I guess we might as well try and go beneath the layer at this point. I don't think it works in this game, but we'll go for it. We'll go 3, 6, 7 meters.
Go to depth 3, 6, 7.
And we'll try and get up to 10
Depth
knots and try and get
control
in between these guys here. CR7. Frickin' 4-hour time history. CR7 seems to be pretty solid. We have CR1. I guess I could look and see what CR1's been up to for a while. I haven't gotten any data on CR1. We might have lost him. I think he's too far away at this point. Because we should see him on the toad, but yeah, we're just not seeing any signal on him. I think we're just too far away now. Okay, we're starting to get down there. I think that 10 nautical miles seems reasonable. I was seeing a decent chunk of that ship on the scope. I'm fairly confident in that solution. Okay, maybe it just isn't much of a layer. There isn't much of a speed change here. It's very slight. I'm not sure if that affects it at all or not. Like how far you have to go for like the bubble effect or whatever, or the bubble effect. Like how far do you have to go before the layer starts becoming active? As in, because once you get within a certain distance of a ship, the layer just basically, for all intents and purposes, isn't there. So I'm wondering if that affects that range based on the slope of these lines here. Probably does to some degree. Okay. We're getting down there pretty quick, pretty decently quickly. So let's just go ahead and speed up time. And I guess I should probably just go to 10 knots now. I don't know if there's a point in waiting, because it's going to take time to get down there. So let's just order all ahead 2/3 right now.
Ahead 2/3, steering eye.
We'll be doing this for just a little brief splash on the pan here while we try and get into better position. Try and get into position while trying mitigating how much they can potentially see me. I'm going to try and thread this here. How much distance we talking about? It's not much, but it's... I'm really trying to like get that nimitz to pass right over top of me here. This is gonna be this is gonna be interesting. We'll see if this will work. I have a save point here because I really want to try and get some results on this mission, but we will see. We will see what happens. All right, I guess we can just lapse at this point. We got cylindrical, but that's about it. I mean, if we're gonna be seeing anything on cylindrical, it's like game over, man. Too freaking close at that point. I can't believe that toad washes out so early. It's so crappy. Okay, well, we're beneath the layer here. We're going for it. I'm just going to go to 1-2 knots for a little bit here.
Set revolutions for 12 knots. Propulsion eye.
We can come a little more this way as a result of that.
Steer course 2, 9, 9.
Try and keep them from catching up to us. We can still check out what pings are doing. Oh, we got some 7s on those signal strengths. I feel like they're almost guaranteed to counter detect me because it's not like they're running too fast to see anything. They'll definitely be able to see me. It's not like they're running at 25 knots. They're running at 10 knots. They're gonna get solid returns there, but I'm just trying to mitigate it as much as possible. Oh, and we're supposed to stay underneath here anyway. We're operating at max depth here while this group comes overhead.
Go to depth.
Let me just verify that that's a good depth. I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure 600 was max operating depth. I just wanted to... 520 normal is what they're saying. 520. Okay, we'll go to 520 then. We'll go to 520 meters. 520 meters.
Go to depth.
Even though there is like another 80 meters beneath that, we'll just go to 520. We'll stay deep. We will get deep, and we will stay deep. Over close to 4 or 5 boat lengths beneath the surface of the water. It kind of puts into perspective how deep you actually get. It's really not that much, relatively speaking. Okay, we're still seeing the active. That's good. Our toad. Our baffles are coming up soon on that, though, but not too terribly soon just yet. Save me, Spoon Man. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of CR5. It's not really doing anything for me right now. Classify contact, Arley Burke, high, threat. Okay. This one it's probably some kind of destroyer as well. Didn't the briefing mention Ticons? Depending on your progress, you may need to eliminate any remaining Ticons. It should just say, like, Aegis equipped ships, because the Arleigh Burke is an Aegis ship as well. Okay. We are almost in position here. It's kind of hard to tell when you're looking at it like an angle like this, but I think just a few more seconds here at lapped speed and we'll be in position. Just want to try and make sure I'm like right in the middle of these two boys. I guess we could no. I was thinking we could do something like getting further over this way as this guy goes by and then coming back this way as this guy drives by. But we're not really going fast enough for that, I don't think. And you could potentially change your perspective as this guy gets closer, but then we're making ourselves broadside for that guy, so we're kind of just have to stay pointed forward here, I think. But maybe as they get closer, I might have to turn towards this guy. So as they drive over, I have stern perspective on this guy and bow perspective on this guy to try and reduce my signature. It's tricky. I don't know. Okay, let's just try and do some little see the table here. Just trying to figure out. Okay, I think we're about we're about even here, so
Steer
let's head to
course
243.
9. Rudder left, steer course 242. Steering eye.
Let's come to this course real quick
Steer
and let's
course
slow the hell
242.
down.
Steering eye. Set revolutions for 2 knots.
Slow
Propulsion eye.
down. Slow down. Make like a hole in the water. I guess we could technically go all stop. Might do that when they get closer. I'm not sure. What's the sonar showing us here? That's saying Ticon. I'm saying Arleigh Burke. Yeah, it's a Burke. Got ourselves a Burke coming up our butt. Okay. Don't have more definition on this guy yet. That's a reciprocal. Our toad still has to straighten here. So yeah, we got an Arleigh Burke coming up on our butt. Sierra 4. Still churning at 8 knots. Sierra 7, 8 knots, or 10 knots, excuse me. I was looking at the TPK. Both going 10 knots. I do not... This is the only way for me to... Ideally, staying outside the group would be good, but you would need some kind of third-party outside information to give you like the coordinates of the thing you're going for. Because when you're outside of it, it's all just going to look like one blob. Now that I'm inside here, you know, you're going to have like ships in every direction. You're going to have better resolution on what you're seeing here. Instead of just, you know... Well, I can tell the layer's not working right now because I can hear this guy and I'm way beneath the layer. So this would be a different story if this was dangerous waters. I might even stay outside their detection envelopes down here, which would be good for me, but also good for them because I wouldn't be able to really see them then down here. I'd have to stay above the layer for that. But anyway, okay. So our toad is straightening out, straight up with a twist. Straightening, straightening, straightening. We're very slow at 2 knots, very, very slow. Okay, I think that's good and straight now. Starting to see some more stuff. Let's zoom in. It's going to be hard to figure out reciprocals down here. Okay, this is that guy, and this is reciprocal. Because these are just the screens, you know. The actual Nimitz is probably a good, at least 10 nautical miles behind these guys. So I might be kind of shooting myself in the foot here. We'll see if these guys see me or not. They probably will, but I don't know. We'll have to find out. I don't know if these guys how they're emitting sonar. Are they just emitting... Okay. So are they emitting pulses that go, you know, all around them? Are they emitting single beam pulses, or are they emitting omnirotational pulses? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what their default behavior is on that front. Oh gosh, this is stressful. This is stressful. Ah. Ugh. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, we're not hearing pings because he's now in my baffles, so that's why it seems like it's all quiet on the western front right now. I think they're probably... I don't know. Are they emitting just a nice omni pulse, or are they emitting omnirotational? I'm not sure. So single pulse is when you put all the energy and you just emit it at once, so it goes out on all bearings. Omnirotational is when you put all your energy down like a bearing, like single beam, but then you quickly rotate it and pulse that out. So that's the difference between omni and omnirotational. Of course, with omnirotational, you increase your detection range, but then you also increase your counter detection range by a lot more as well. So there's always pluses and minuses, always advantages and drawbacks to everything you do. Let's see. Let's do... Oh my god, I thought I slowed down. What the hell?
Set revolutions for 2 knots. Propulsion eye.
Why was that still reading 7 knots? What the hell? I'm so confused. That might have been a glitch because this wasn't really washed out. I don't know. And that turn took forever too. Alright, so what I'm going to... I am going to follow... I'm going to keep my perspective tied to this guy. And then as I get closer to this guy, I'm going to tie my perspective to him. So let's go ahead and do due west.
Rudder right, steer course 268. Steering eye.
We're sailing very slowly right now. We have full towed length out. So I'm going to make it so I'm going to reduce my cross section as much as possible for these guys. Once he gets past me, I'm going to then change my perspective to be better against him. I might not bring it up any more than just like, you know, maybe here and kind of deal with that and then change my perspective real quick as he comes through. All right, well, I'm going to stop here. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys next time. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And as always, good hunting. Spoon Man.